The Assad family no longer rules Syria. For 5 decades, such a thought was inconceivable. In fact, when Syrians did conceive it in 2011, the ensuing crackdown sparked a 14-year-long civil war that killed more than 500,000 Syrians, including 200,000 civilians. It created nearly 6 million Syrian refugees. So why did things change this time? Let's go back to the Arab Spring. In 2011, pro-democracy protesters flooded the streets of Syria, calling for the ouster of its dictator, President Bashar al-Assad. After Assad's brutal crackdown, various armed opposition groups cropped up with the backing of Turkey, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and the United States. Assad then turned to his own backers, Russia and Iran, for critical military support. On the ground, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps joined Iran-backed proxy group Hezbollah to help push back advancing opposition forces. From the air, Russian warplanes did the rest. By late 2018, with stronghold after stronghold falling, rebel groups retreated into the northwestern Idlib region. And by that point, Western backers like the US and Turkey found that their common enemy had shifted from Assad to ISIS, which was threatening to turn swaths of Syria and Iraq into a terrorist caliphate. This is getting complicated, so suffice to say that ISIS lost. Assad consolidated his grip on most, the key word being most, of Syria, and in 2020, Turkey and Russia brokered a ceasefire in opposition-controlled Idlib. That brings us to 2 weeks ago, and to HTS. HTS stands for Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, a former al-Qaeda affiliate in Syria that has since cut ties with the famous terrorist group. Though it's still labeled a terrorist organization by the West, HTS is now the de facto governing body over Syria. Meanwhile, things haven't been going so well for Assad's trusty backers. Russia has become bogged down in a costly war with Ukraine, some 3 years in now. Iran is stretched thin with a weak economy and facing the risk of more direct attacks by Israel. And Iran's top proxy force in the region, Hezbollah, is a shell of its former self and its military capabilities after a year-long war with Israel in Lebanon. One thing in Syria is for sure, pretty much every major international player, from the US to Europe to Iran to Russia to the Gulf states and even to China, all have a vested interest in this outcome.